Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into a situation almost every couple faces, the challenge of getting ready to go out together. Catherine, why does it seem like one partner always takes much longer to get ready than the other?
It's a classic dynamic, isn't it? Sometimes it's about genuinely needing more time. For example, one person might be ironing shirts or styling hair, while the other's distracted checking emails or playing games. But often, it's about different priorities or routines before leaving the house.
That's so true. In my own experience, I tend to start getting ready at the last minute, but I'm done quickly. Meanwhile, my partner plans ahead, but still spends ages on details like makeup or picking out the perfect outfit. Do you think these habits are about procrastination, or is there more to it?
It can be both. Some call it procrastination, but sometimes it genuinely takes longer to get ready, especially if you're aiming for a certain look. Plus, societal expectations often mean women feel more pressure to present themselves a certain way, which can add to the time involved.
That's a great point. Before we move on to the vocabulary and essentials of getting ready, let's acknowledge that these routines reflect not just personal habits, but also broader cultural patterns around appearance and preparation. Let's transition into some practical language. What are the must-know vocabulary words when it comes to talking about getting dressed and choosing outfits?
A couple of key terms are iron, both the tool and the action to remove wrinkles from clothes, and sandals, which are open-toe shoes perfect for warm weather. These words pop up often in conversations about preparing for events or trips.
I love that you mentioned sandals. I once had a friend joke about having claustrophobic feet. She always wore sandals, even in winter. Practicality and comfort can play a big role in these choices. How about words like striped, checkered, or even corduroy?
Absolutely. Striped refers to clothing with lines, either horizontal or vertical, while checkered has a pattern of alternating colored squares, like a chessboard. Corduroy is a thick, ribbed fabric, often used for pants. These terms help us describe outfits precisely when shopping or getting dressed.
So by mastering this vocabulary, listeners can confidently discuss their wardrobe choices, ask for advice, or even shop abroad without confusion. Next, let's explore how these terms come to life in everyday scenarios. Now that we know the words, let's talk about fashion sense. Why do some people seem to have a natural flair for dressing well, while others struggle to match a striped shirt with a checkered sweater?
Fashion sense is partly intuition, but also shaped by cultural exposure and personal experimentation. For example, mixing a striped shirt with a checkered sweater is considered too busy by many, as patterns can clash visually. It's like mixing two strong flavors in cooking; they can overwhelm the dish.
I love that analogy. And yet, fashion trends can be confusing, especially with runway looks that rarely appear in everyday life. How do high fashion trends influence what we actually wear to, say, a dinner party or just out with friends?
Runway fashion is often exaggerated to showcase creativity and set trends. Retailers then adapt these ideas for the general public, toning them down for practicality. So, while you might not wear a 7-inch platform shoe to dinner, you might see its influence in a more subtle heel or bold color.
That's a helpful distinction. So, developing fashion sense is about balancing personal taste, context, and a bit of trend awareness. For listeners, it's okay to experiment, but understanding what works for the occasion is key. Let's wrap up with actionable advice. For someone who feels lost when choosing what to wear, how can they build confidence in their clothing decisions without breaking the bank?
Start by focusing on fit and comfort; those matter more than brand names. Learning basic combinations, like pairing a neutral shirt with bold pants, can help. Thrift stores and secondhand shops are great for trying new styles affordably, and even simple accessories like scarves or belts can change an outfit's vibe.
That's so encouraging. There's also the idea that fashion sense isn't just about following trends, it's about expressing who you are. How can listeners embrace their own style while still looking appropriate for different settings, like a formal dinner versus a casual outing?
It's all about adapting key pieces. For example, a crisp shirt and well-fitted pants can be dressed up with a tie for formal occasions or worn with sneakers for a casual look. Observing what others wear and asking for feedback, like, "Do you like the way this looks?" can also build your confidence and sense of style.
Fantastic tips. Remember, fashion is as much about self-expression as it is about social cues. Try new things, learn the basics, and don't be afraid to seek advice. That's all for today. Thanks for joining us. and keep experimenting with your fashion sense.